Nice.
Today, after church, we went out and laid in the grass because Stephen had a calling to be set apart for. And he started ripping up all the grass. I put a blanket down, but he found the edge. So.
Are you trying to eat it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Would you like to sit down, lady?
Oh, this is so weird. My phone, okay, it's like... Oh, there we go. Where on my computer was playing it over and over again, it was really weird. Okay,
Yeah.
Sorry, I am technologically challenged. This is
It's
so
okay.
stressful.
Me too, a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, so for this interview, we're like talking about like mother versus father, and adjusting to being
Okay.
here. So okay, so the first question is you about becoming a parent. Yeah, I guess like you've had a lot of background, like being the oldest, or just a lot. But what has surprised you the most?
Let's see. What has surprised me the most? For myself, I guess it was all pretty much what I expected, except that as far as I was surprised at how many people at BYU were scared of babies. Like, I had some friends who were willing to come volunteer, and they'd come get me when he was crying and pull me out of class. And I was like, did you pick him up? And they're like, no. And I was like,
really?
You pick up babies when they cry. So, and that's not the majority of BYU, I guess, but for this particular friend, she's the youngest of two, and not babysat very often or at all, especially never babies. So I just forgot that people didn't know what babies do.
It actually really surprises me. I would have thought most people that go to school out here, like at least as many as like parents that go to school with us, that you see babies everywhere, you know?
Yeah.
It's just so cute. Oh my gosh. I don't know how you get it. Sorry. Yeah.
Are you telling her sad stories?
Yeah.
Say, Mommy picked me up off the grass and I wasn't done playing yet.
You didn't get to eat all the grass. That probably wouldn't feel very good to me.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, have both of you guys continued working? Or were you both working before he was born?
When he was born, I just finished the spring term, so I took summer term off. So for the first 2 months, I was just home with him.
Yeah.
And then at the end of August, I started school and work again. So I'm a TA in school full time. And Stephen's been working full time the whole time.
But I guess TA makes that a little bit easier too. It's not like you're like a job, like you can have them there with you for the most part, or no?
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
I said you get to keep them there with you, like while you TA for the most part?
Yeah, for the most part. It is a little challenging though, because they don't like him in the computer lab where I TA, because I TA for a computer class. So he sits in a stroller outside asleep, or I am out there with him, and the people who have questions come out to the hallway to ask me.
Oh, that works
It's
well.
not really convenient, but it works. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me grab that. So going back to your first question, though, Steven is learning a lot because he's the youngest of 5. So he didn't. I don't know what he had expected previous to William arriving, but he's learning fast. So.
Yeah. Well, can I actually interview him as well? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Do you guys have time for that? Okay.
He's in the back room, but.
Okay. That works.
Hey, Steven.
Yeah.
Or can we do it separately?
Give your input?
Can we do it
we can do it
separately?
separately.
Does that work? Okay.
Yeah. So be
Okay,
prepared.
my teacher was like, if you do it together, then the husband's just going to agree with everything that the wife says. Like, yeah, that makes sense. So she wants it to be like 2 separate.
Oh, no worries. I am completely and utterly not going to agree with her anything.
Yeah.
We came from totally different ends of the spectrum, so.
Yeah. I'm the youngest too, so I understand what you mean. I love kids, but it's still, it's different. I got to go live with my older sister and help with her baby, but yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. And then let me think about how to phrase it. So, are you like adapting more traditional roles between the two of you guys, or do you share responsibilities pretty evenly?
We share pretty evenly, I think.
We
try to share pretty evenly. But since William's with me most of the day, I do most of the baby care simply because I'm the one he's with. But at home, we share. And as far as housework goes, it's pretty half and half. Like Steven usually does laundry, and I usually do dishes.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Thank you.
So it's not like you're the dad, you don't have to like do diapers or anything like that. Like it's pretty shared.
Oh, yeah, Steven definitely does diapers.
Yeah. I couldn't see you like, yeah. Oh. And then in what ways has your relationship as like husband and wife changed? Like since you've had him from, and you guys were pretty newlywed when you got pregnant.
Yeah, we've been married 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't go out nearly as much. I don't know if we've actually gone out with. I don't think we've ever gone out without him yet. And it's always different when you go out with a baby than when it's just you two, because it really limits, your time and where you can go.
Yeah.
And at home, there's not as much time to just spend together.
Yeah.
Because it's, somebody's always going to be playing with the baby unless he's asleep.
Mm-hmm.
So you should do right now. You should go to sleep. Come on.
Yeah. How has it changed your relationships with like your friends and stuff too that don't have kids or that do? Has it changed that at all?
A little bit, but more in the same way. We're just there's less time with them and different activities when we do get together. But the friends that we spend the most time with, one of them is single in their 30s, and the other one are young marrieds in our ward who are also pregnant.
Okay.
So our topics of conversations have changed because now we talk about babies and baby things and pregnancy things. Where she's like, "Did this happen to you? I'm having this happen to me, and is that normal?" And
yeah. I actually know what you mean. Not that I've ever gone through that or anything, but one of my good friends right now has a 3-year-old, and we became friends because I started nannying for them. But I'll just think about it. I'm like, we just sit and talk about baby stuff or kid stuff, and we sit around and we're like, "Oh, do you need to go potty?" Like use kid language to each other. So I understand what you mean.
Yeah. Yep. So we don't talk about a lot of things anymore, just because we spend so much more time talking about babies. Yeah. Not that we don't mean to talk about the other things, we don't have time, and we never get that.
Yeah. So how have you handled the stress involved with having a newborn?
that's a good question. I just sort of do.
Still working? Yeah.
Yeah, it relieves my stress when I get things done. So like when I finish a piece of homework, or when I successfully put William to sleep, or when I finish washing dishes, or when especially like if I do extra things, like if I vacuum the floors, that's a good day.
Yeah. Totally good.
Or if I do some extra studying that wasn't necessary, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the way I handle stress is just to make sure I break things down into small enough chunks to make sure that I finish some things. And then the other things don't matter so much. I'll do them on another day. Just to make sure that I can finish something.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. And what has been like your biggest adjustment that you've had?
The biggest what?
Adjustment?
Adjustment. Having a stroller on campus.
Yeah.
Having a baby on campus.
Mm-hmm.
The engineering building has mother's lounges on every floor, well, except the basement. The basement doesn't have a women's bathroom, period, because it's the engineering building that was built before women were engineers. So having that has been a challenge, and having to schedule for a whole lot more people than just me, because I need, people to come watch him, so I have to work around their schedules and work around his schedule, because if he's hungry, then there's nothing to, you have to feed him if he's hungry. You can't.
It's not up to you.
Like when you're the college student and you're hungry, and you're like, it's okay, I'll eat in a few hours. If he's hungry, he's hungry now.
We'll spread it out. Just eat every other meal or so. Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah. And I can no longer stay up late or get up super early, because I do those already.
Yeah.
To stay up with him. So homework must be done during the day, and it doesn't happen ever on the weekends, because I can try, but when I'm at home, I feel obliged to tidy up a little bit, because otherwise the next weekend will be really super dirty on the house. So yeah, just generally less time to do anything.
Staying focused more, like when you have time designated for things, then you just have to get it done, or it's not gonna happen, kind of a thing.
Yep. And it is harder to focus in class if the person I've asked to, who's helping me watch him is in the hallway, and I hear him squawk, and I get super distracted. I'm like, instantly my thoughts go to the baby, and whatever they're talking about in class, I totally miss.
Yeah.
We were reviewing for a test in a class, and I started talking about something, and I realized I had never heard that information before, and I was like, that must have been when William's crying.
Yeah.
I did not get anything.
Been pretty good about everything. Like, if they've
Pretty
been
good
good about making adjustments.
One of my professors, ran into me in the hallway, and she's like, I admire you for what you're doing. It's not easy. She's like, I know. Your class is the hardest one I'm taking.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they still expect me to get everything in when it's due and to take the test and everything. So I'm still taking the class, but they try to not make a big deal if William is crying in the hallway with my babysitter. So, yeah.
Well, and I bet it's a little different for y'all. It's not as common now in Provo to see like young married couples with kids, right? Or just not as common as it was.
There's actually in the civil engineering, I have a friend who also had a baby, who's a couple months older than William, and her baby doesn't come with her to her classes because she has a sister nearby who's a stay-at-home mom who can trade off when she goes to class.
Yeah.
And then I have another friend in the civil engineering who's pregnant right now, due in February. And I know of a few others around the college who also have babies or are pregnant.
Yeah.
But I think I'm the only one who tries to have my baby with me all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I know in Rexford, like, there's kids everywhere. Like, it's just the way it is. And I think it's interesting to see, like, the differences in the college a little bit, maybe. But, I don't know. It would be interesting to see if like some of the professors at this be more lenient or not. Like you see kids everywhere. Like that's just the fact of it. If you're in a big room studying with people, there's gonna be somebody with their kids there. And they have moms and dads that trade off during classes, and that's just like I see hundreds of babies. It's cool.
Yeah. There on my econ class, there was a huge auditorium general ed class. On the first day, there was another person with a baby in a stroller. And the baby was a little older than Ryan. He was playing with a toy and satisfied. So I do see other people.
As you get a little older, it'll get easier too.
Maybe.
I
think he'll probably just want to explore more and be less content to sit in a stroller.
Yeah.
You are having here. Let's get your.
Well, those are all of the questions that I had. If you eat him or something. He sounds kind of hungry and tired. I don't know.
Well, I just fed him. That's what I was putting away when you called. Myself.
Yeah.
I think he just might have. He's been kind of gassy lately. So I just gave him some gas relief drops, and that helps a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta wait for it to kick in, honey. Yeah. Anyway. So, yeah. Steven's here if you're ready to ask him questions now. But good to talk to you again.
Thank you so much. I need to actually come to you and not, try and do it together at the same time. I'm like,
try to coordinate with
there's
Lucy.
questions they want me to ask, and then there's questions I just want to talk to you. I haven't seen anything in so long.
Kylie's getting married in December,
What?
so you should come down for that.
Yeah, she's getting married? What? I'm so old. Oh my god. Oh, no,
I know.
I'm actually...
If it makes you feel better, the rest of us are shocked too.
How old is she now? She's 19.
Yes, I'm 21 now. Yeah, she's 19. I stopped counting after 20.
I know, it's really sad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm turning 22 on Saturday, and that's really
Happy
not
birthday.
that old. Thank you.
It's
but
not.
I just feel so old, and everyone in my ward are all these freshmen. And there was somebody that was a sophomore, and she's complaining to me about freshmen, and I'm like, oh, hon, it just gets worse. It's really okay. Oh.
So, yeah, come visit us and try to coordinate with Lucy.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I will talk to her for sure. Because I know, Erin...
We should coordinate with Sam, too. Sam's still in... Is she in New Mexico?
I've seen Sam the most recent out of everyone. And I tried to hook up with Cassandra before she left for her mission. She never got back to me.
Wait.
I don't know when she's coming home.
Oh, Elizabeth?
Cassandra? No, I saw Elizabeth.
Okay. Yeah, Cassandra I saw before she left.
Stuff.
She should be back now, right? Almost?
Pretty soon. Because Erin, this winter maybe? Did she leave in the summertime?
She left when I guess it was end of spring, so April, May, and it was when I was in Glenwood. So yeah, so anytime now.
Wow. Yeah, I haven't been home or seen anyone since I came out here April of 2012. It was the year, it was my second semester, and I came out here, and then my parents bought a house out here, and then I moved in there, and then they moved out that fall, and I've been here ever since, and I have been working, so I haven't had time to travel. But now that Erin's back, I've been in Provo, either she comes here or I go there, once a month or so. So hopefully, I just need to think ahead of time. It's usually hey, it's Friday, and I don't have anything going on, so I'm going to go to Provo. And if I plan ahead of time, then I could probably see you.
That's okay. You and I always can crash on the weekends because
awesome.
We stay home and have video nights.
Yeah. I don't actually think I have ever met or talked to Steven before. I think
That's
you guys
probably true.
met like after I left. Like you guys
Yeah.
met that summer and
We
then got
met.
married. Yeah.
We
I don't
met the
think
Sunday that Ben had his missionary farewell.
Yeah. And I was out here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello. So hi. Yeah. I know. I like Facebook stalk people and try and like catch up on what everyone's doing. It doesn't work
Kylie
very
hasn't put her
well. But
engagement on Facebook yet.
no.
She sent me a picture of the
So
ring,
is
but I
it
don't know the
like,
proposal story or anything.
is it a secret still? Like it just
No, she
happened?
sent an email to all the family, so
Really?
I don't know what
Okay.
she's waiting for. Everybody knows. She just hasn't put it on Facebook, and I want to see
Not
pictures.
Facebook
I want to hear her
official.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah, not. Although she's pretty much already picked out her wedding dress. He and I and William and Cammie all went to look at wedding dresses on Friday, and she tried on two. She liked both of them, and the good one she wore for the whole second hour, pretty much.
Yeah.
She loved it. So
Is Cammie out there too now?
yeah, she's in Provo, and she's
Really?
planning to go to school, I think, at UVU next
Cool.
year, maybe.
I had no idea. Last time Elizabeth came and stayed with me for a few days this last spring, and I haven't talked to anybody really since then. But that's cool. Good for her. That'll be really different for her, I'm sure. It'll be really good.
Yeah, and it's better than the last time she moved to Utah, I think. Last time she ended up going home, but I think she'll like it this time.
Yeah. Well, and once she gets into school, that will make it a little bit easier too.
Yeah, to stay. You have a reason to stay.
Yeah. Hi, William. Hi. Hi, William. Oh, no. I made you cry. I feel so bad.
I don't think it was you. I think it was because he doesn't like leaning forward sometimes. Sorry. Sometimes it calms him down, sometimes it upsets him.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't know.
I will let you talk to Steven.
And most kids make me cry. I don't know why.
Yeah. Sometimes. Alright, sorry.
It's adorable though.
Here's Steven.
Alright, I'll just sit over here.
Hi.
Thanks.
Alright.
Okay.
I think you want her to leave the room though, don't you?
No.
If it doesn't affect your answers, then she's fine. So that's up to you.
No worries.
Okay. Well, it's nice to meet you finally. Like,
Nice to meet you.
you guys seem really great together. Obviously, you have a family together, but yeah. I'm Haley, by the way. I guess you probably picked up on that moment, but
Right.
yeah. Cool. Okay. So the first question is, what aspect has surprised you most about becoming a parent?
Wow, that is a loaded question. I don't know where to start. I think the aspect that surprised me most is how much space he takes up in the bed.
Yeah. That's a good answer. Yeah.
So.
I know Elise said that you were the youngest. You didn't have much
Yeah,
exposure.
I don't have much exposure at all.
Yeah. So everything's been pretty new.
Hmm?
So everything's been pretty new for you?
Yeah, mostly. I babysat for my sister.
Yeah.
Before I was married to Elise, I was a nanny.
Okay.
Working, yeah. So I was working though with like a 8-month-old.
Okay.
Or 8-month-old. So yeah, I was changing diapers and doing small things like this every day. But yeah, working with a newborn and having the idea that this is now mine, and probably have him with me for the rest of my life is a little bit of, it's kind of a big thing, yeah.
Adds a new dimension to eternity, huh?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. Cool. Well, okay, so have you worked the entire time?
I have been working the whole entire time.
Yeah. Okay. And has that made it harder or easier, or just the way it is, kind of?
I find it's made things harder due to the fact that
Yeah.
I can't be there whenever she needs someone to take care of William. I kind of
Yeah.
feel that it's partially my responsibility.
Yeah.
So I've actually been looking to get a night job so I can work, essentially take care of
Yeah.
William during the day.
Cool. Yeah. Well, you guys seem like you actually work, like you guys said before, where you like share responsibilities. It really seems like that from a lot of people that I've met, that it's not always that way. And that's really great to see. For me, at least, I think so. So. And then, so I guess that kind of answers the, are you adopting more traditional roles and more shared responsibilities that you guys had shared earlier? Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so in what ways for you has your relationship with the leaf changed since William was born?
There's certain days where we've actually been heading out the door,
Yeah.
and I've turned to her, and we've come, like, we're all ready to go, and then suddenly you're like, oh yeah, that's right, we gotta take William along with us. We can't leave immediately, like, alright, let's go right now.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh yeah, we have to get William in the car, or like wherever we plan on going places, you're like, yeah, we should probably have William babysat, so it's,
Yeah.
for me, it's a completely different thing.
Yeah. And then, how have you handled the stress involved with a newborn?
I don't know how I've handled it, actually. The truth.
Still good.
Elise knows that sometimes I get frustrated. So I'll just, and so she just swoops in and tells me to calm down. And so
Yeah.
she'll take the baby from me for a while. So I tell the truth, I'm still coping.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. Well, Penny is only 3 months old. That seems like a long time, but I'm sure with a baby it really isn't that long.
Yeah, and with the age he's at right now, there's not too much I can do because I can't, feed him. That's one of the major things.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, like I can put him to sleep now. I've learned how to do that. And being the youngest, I get frustrated with myself. I suppose that's more or less what it is. Because I don't know how to do things.
Yeah. Still figuring it out.
Yep.
And then, what is the biggest adjustment in your life that you've had to make?
The biggest adjustment in my life.
Hey, how are you?
How are you?
I hear you are engaged.
I am. I see my ring.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You make me feel so old. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Oh my gosh. That is so exciting for you.
You want me, Justin? Come here. Let's sit over there.
Justin, you realize you're marrying a teenager.
Yeah. I know. I told him that. Justin.
Hi, I'm Haley.
She's a friend from
We all grew up here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
I know, right? I got lucky.
Any water?
Yeah.
And
That's awesome.
I felt a little weird too because I was like 24, marrying her when she was 19. It's just
I know.
like,
You're marrying a teenager.
see, I'm only 21. Nice to meet you, Haley.
It's nice to meet you too. Yeah, you're good.
so the biggest adjustment?
Having a baby.
Oh yeah, having a baby, that's a big adjustment. Just having him there all the time. I suppose that's the newest thing, is just always remembering that. It's not like when it's somebody else's child, you're like, alright, bye, I can go home.
Yeah.
I'll see you next week. But I'm always there for him.
Gotcha. But 24/7 responsibility. Yeah.
Always there when I can be.
Yeah. It's like a job that you never leave from. Yeah. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much I will let you guys get to your family time. I feel terrible interrupting that, but
No
thank you
worries.
guys so much. I appreciate it so much. And I will have to next time I'm up there get together with you guys.
Definitely.
Alright,
For sure.
Hey.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Congratulations, Kylie. What?
Bye.
Bye.
Take my hand.
Oh, okay, see you guys later. Bye.